to speak a little bit about so-called spiritual bypass. You know, these words are more often used these days, and that's actually, I believe, for the better. You know, that means there's more awareness, more understanding of what a spiritual bypass is. And when I say spiritual bypass, I mean using your understanding, even if it's the understanding of the teaching. You know, this is the most difficult part usually. I used to call it, and still call it, spiritual terrorism, when we take the words of the teaching and the understanding and we use it against others, we use it against our own experience. But spiritual bypass, you know, instead of being here, this is very, very subtle, very delicate. Very, very delicate. You know, instead of being here, instead of risking, because you see, truth, freedom, it's a continuous, ongoing risk. It's really taking a risk over and over and over and over again. Can I be here? Let's be here. So instead of taking the risk, using the understanding, using the mind, using your understanding of the teaching to go into a different place. And you know, the question I always have is like, where is a different place, right? Is there any other place other than here, right? You know, and it's very, very subtle, because sometimes we can truly, you know, do a real inquiry, either the process of inquiry, or just simply be able to come to rest in our true nature when past is present. And that can happen, of course, naturally, right? But that is not a mental effort. And that is not going somewhere, right? If you need to go somewhere mentally, if you need to be in a different place, if you need to use your understanding, then chances are you are denying or bypassing what is actually present. Because you know, our true nature is always here, right? So it doesn't matter what arises, you see. It doesn't matter what arises, because we are always going to end up here. Here we are. There is no other place, right? So be courageous in that way. Be real. Be true to what is, and just say, whatever. You know, let's take the risk in a moment to be here, because freedom is always here. Our true nature is always here. So I'm going to be speaking about this in this upcoming intensive, and you know, we speak about this and other things in many of the times when we meet together. So I want to invite you to join me, and also, if you enjoy these videos, please like and subscribe and comment. You have been so much more, and I really appreciate this. It makes us more visible. It makes us more accessible to others. And I'm looking forward to meeting with you soon.